Well, do you have a student headed off to college in the next couple of years? Why not give them the best chance at getting into the school of their dreams with the best test prep? Mike from Shmoop and Scott from the Utah State Board of Education joining me now with more on Shmoop. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. This is something I know a little bit about. We've done some ACTs at my house. We've done some ACT training. Mike, let's start with you. What is Shmoop?
Yeah, so Shmoop's an education technology company. We've been around for about 10 years now. We have a variety of offerings that we do, but today we're going to be talking about our test prep products, particularly ACT for kids in the state of Utah. We're really interesting. We're very different than other companies because we relate to the students. We're student first, so we're humorous, we do personalized learning, and we really make it about improving scores and learning for kids.
What is it about ACT that strikes fear in moms, dads, and students'
Yeah, you know,
hearts?
it's this kind of point in time where I'm going to go determine my future, right? And so there's a lot of stress and anxiety around that. We'll talk a little bit more in a second, but we do a lot to help kids ease that stress as well.
All right, Scott's from the Utah State Board of Education, and the state is using Shmoop?
The state, thanks to the legislation, the state has acquired Shmoop as our contractor to do ACT prep for pretty much most teenagers in the state.
So this is 8th grade and above,
8th grade and above
that can use this. Why? Why use it?
Why wouldn't you use a tool you have available? It's one of the smart things the legislature did was they said we want to have an online test prep student for our students, and so the board has been able to coordinate with Shmoop and awarded them the contract.
Scott, how are our kids doing on the ACT in
Kids
Utah?
in Utah are doing fantastic on ACT. The board put out a press release just a couple months back. If you look at all the states that test all their juniors like Utah does, we are first in the nation.
Really?
We're doing really
Even
well.
since the pandemic, are we back
Yes.
to pre-pandemic levels?
We are. Yeah.
Really?
The students in Utah, I got to give a lot of credit first to our teachers and our educators, whether they're at the district or charter level. They have done a fantastic job. We've bounced back to pre-pandemic scores, and we're the only state, as far as I know, that's done that so far.
That's good news.
Really good news.
Mike, why does Shmoop work? What does it teach?
Yeah, I'd want you to think about what traditional test prep looks and feels like, right? It's you get a book, you go read the book, you try to memorize everything you can, you go do a full practice exam, and you kind of get what you get, and then you go read the book again, right? Shmoop is very different. We do what we call diagnostics up front, so we help students find out exactly where they're lacking quickly. 20 questions on a single subject like English, math, whatever it may be, and we point them exactly where they need to be, and then we give them amazing content to fill that gap. So content that's relatable, it's humorous, they enjoy it, and it's all personalized.
You keep their interest.
We do.
Because I mean,
That's right.
we're looking everywhere.
Yep.
Our phone's over here, like the
That's
TV's
right.
over here, so you keep them focused.
That's right, we've got our Stop Being Boring, our
Stop
Shmoop
being
logo.
boring.
That's
I
right.
love it. I was just looking at your sweatshirt. Why is the ACT important, and is it still important for kids thinking about college?
It is still important. There's been a lot of discussion lately about whether or not ACT is going to be used by colleges, and I know that for Utah, a lot of our colleges are making decisions right now in terms of what they're going to be doing for upcoming school years and using ACT. It's also one of the benchmarks that they use at a lot of universities for scholarships.
Right.
And so if you don't take the ACT, there's some scholarship options that students might not get because they didn't have that test.
So is it a myth when people say the ACT doesn't matter anymore?
It matters if you want to go to college and have opportunities available to you. It does matter.
Well, and can I tell you, we've been looking at colleges at my house, and everyone we've looked at asked for your ACT score, right?
Yes.
Mike, you're nodding.
That's right.
What's the response? What have kids told you? What have their parents told you?
Yeah, that's one of the amazing things. Everything's built for kids. We work with kids all the time, so all of their feedback comes into our products. We showed some screenshots a second there. You could see it's a place
Easy
of
to
comfort
use.
and motivation.
It's not hard,
That's
right?
right?
It's easy to use. Is
They
that
love
what
it.
they're saying?
That's exactly right.
And what improvement have you seen in scores?
Yeah, we've seen amazing improvements. We're very proud to be partners with USB, Utah State Board of Education in the state of Utah. And as Scott mentioned, juniors in Utah, highest in the nation, highest scoring ACT in the nation post-COVID. So we're very proud to be part of that.
Okay, so if parents are watching, what can they do to get their students involved, and what's the cost?
Yeah, absolutely. I could take that, Scott.
Yeah, please,
So,
Mike.
every district rolls this out differently. It's available to every kid. USB has already paid for it. So because every district implements differently, we just ask that you email us at support@shmoop.com, and we'll get you set up.
it's just important to get the word out.
That's right.
I feel like
Yes.
I didn't know about this. A lot of
Yes.
parents out there maybe didn't know that this was a resource that they can use for their kids.
That's right.
So abc4.com/GTU, everybody, and we'll link you to all the information about Shmoop. And you two, thank you so much
thank
for
you.
being on the show. I wish I knew this a year ago, maybe two.